The past 2 summers have transformed me in 2 ways. I've one, maintained and propelled my grades so that I'm getting straight A stars in all my subjects. And two, I've built my physique and my strength to a very decent level. These results are obviously built over time, but the biggest stretches of progress were made during the summers when I was 16 and 17. It should be exciting that you have pure free time ahead of you, but you only realistically need 4 hours a day. And this is the mindset that you should be taking into this. So my first piece of advice is the idea of results come from consistency, not random bouts of effort. I'm a firm believer that consistency completely negates luck. And I believe that if you're not consistent, you'll struggle to find success in most things. So the reason why only needing 2 to 4 hours a day to build your physique and your grades should excite you is because it is not really a long amount of time. What we're going to be doing in these 2 to 4 hours is something we'll discuss right after this mindset bit. But you have to become comfortable with the idea of if you do 2 to 4 hours every single day for the next 60 days, then you will see results. Not massive results, but this is the foundation for you building results in the future too. The best way that I've done this is by sticking all of my goals on my wall. I normally have my goals up there, but I've also got them on my wardrobe over there and on my notice boards over here. I've got my goals visible to me in 3 or 4 different places in my own room. And I've also got them on a notes bit on my phone as well. This is what helps me to stay consistent. Consistently being exposed to what you want to achieve means that what you want to achieve is constantly on your mind. If it's constantly on your mind, then you're more often or not thinking about it, and you're more likely to go and do actions which lead you to those goals. So what you need to do is to pick your goals and make them visible to you or make them apparent to you every single day. I've had times in the past where I set a goal, followed it for a couple of days, then just forgot about it for a couple of weeks. Then I asked myself, why did I forget about it? Because I wasn't constantly thinking about it. So the best way to do this is to pick something that you want to achieve. Let's say one goal for your academics, one goal for your fitness, and then make yourself aware of it constantly, hopefully every single day, so you can stay focused on it. So the next 3 parts of this video are all about your grades, then your fitness, then a routine to integrate the two. So let's start with your grades. I feel like that grades really do matter at school because that, for me, has developed my discipline from the ground up. If I wasn't disciplined in my academics, I wouldn't be disciplined in my entrepreneurship, I wouldn't be disciplined in my fitness either. This is what has helped me from the beginning to develop my discipline. But that's only a small bit of it. Loads of people online will say that grades really aren't important at all, because they are more focused on entrepreneurship. Grades do matter because they open up opportunities for your next steps. I got predicted perfect grades for my A-levels. I got predicted 4 A stars. And I submitted my application for universities. Within 12 hours, I got an offer from a university because of my grades. So I feel like grades really do matter for the majority of people. Yes, of course, people can gain success in other areas of life and they don't need their grades ultimately. But for me, it's one, develop my discipline, and that's also open up a lot of next steps in terms of universities for me as well. So whether you're in university or you're still at school, how do you build exam success? I feel like it's the same for any exam that you could possibly sit. Know all the subjects you're taking, whether that's between 1 and 12. Know the content which is on that exam, revise it properly, and then practice questions in order to secure your knowledge. But that's a lot easier said than done if you don't have a process for it. The process that I'm going to be using over the summer is starting with the specification, separating out all of the topics that I do have. Then I'm going to focus on maybe a topic per week during the summer. Maybe an hour a day, maybe 2 hours a day, maybe a couple hours a week, focusing on a topic so that I can get ahead in preparation for university. When you get a hold of your specification, the things that you need to know, start by highlighting different parts of it in red, amber, and green. Highlight it red if you're really uncomfortable with that topic, amber if you're sort of comfortable, and green if you're happy with it already. For most things, they could be red, and that's perfectly fine. What you're going to be doing in the remainder time during that week is going through all of the reds until they become amber or green, so that they're more comfortable, not fully comfortable because you don't need them to be fully comfortable yet, just so that they're more comfortable ahead of the new school year or new university year. So that's the mini protocol that you can be using this summer to start to propel your grades. Moving on to fitness now. And I'm a firm believer that a healthier body leads to a healthier mind, or in other words, if you're more disciplined physically, This will lead to better academic success. Whatever your fitness goals are, I believe that everyone should be doing some sort of weight training in the mix in your fitness routine at some point. It's not necessary, but I feel like it's really valuable because it's the only time where you can see true visible progress in something. And that's really important because you don't often see the progress you make academically, or you don't see the progress that you make in your business. All you do see with those things is that maybe your grades go up once a term, or maybe you earn more money in a certain month once a month. With your fitness, you can pretty much see them every day. Specifically with weight training, as soon as you lift or expose your muscles to some sort of stimulus, your blood starts to go to your muscles and they get slightly bigger. That's something visible. It's gone from something that's been smaller before to something which is bigger afterwards. Whether you want to burn fat, put on muscle, grow stronger, get fitter, all of this can be done in the gym, and on top of this, going outside for walks and run. That's all the exercise that I do. I get my steps in every single day, and I train 4 to 5 times a week in weight training. But if you're new to fitness or you're not consistent yet, devote 1 hour per day to some sort of physical activity. On the days where I don't lift, so on the 2 days per week, I do quite a bit of cardio. So I go walking for maybe 1 hour to 2 hours every single day to get my steps in. If you want specific workout programs, you can DM me in my Discord down below in my description and I will be happy to give them to you. So now that we've considered you want to do some sort of weight training or fitness work every single day and a little bit of academic work or studying every single day, that will take between 2 to 4 hours maximum. How will you begin to integrate this into some sort of routine? Routine is something that I speak about a lot. And I've probably said this loads in my previous videos, but consistency and routine is what gives you results in the long run. Yes, it may only seem like 2 hours per day or 4 hours per day, and if you have a 90% chance of doing it every single day, then that seems great on the surface. But if you want to do this every single day for 30 days, you have to do 90% to the power of 30. And that's quite daunting because it ends up being that you only have about 4 or 5% chance of doing it every single day for 30 days. Yes, it may seem daunting, but if you do end up skipping or don't do it to your best capacity, that's all part of learning and becoming more disciplined when it comes to routine. One thing I would like you to experiment with is blocking out your mornings. So doing this 2 to 4 hours in the mornings as soon as you wake up, as opposed to any other time in the day. The reason why I say this is because once you do the hardest things in your day first thing in the morning, the rest of your day becomes easier and you're more likely to be more disciplined in those areas. You have the most amount of energy, you're the most productive first thing in the morning, and I believe your results will follow more quickly if you do it in the morning as opposed to any other time. So yeah, that's all the advice I have for developing your physique and your grades during the summer. It doesn't take a lot of effort, and that's something I feel like you should be realizing now. All it does is consistent effort. Things which are important, you should be doing consistently every single day for a short period of time. That's when you'll start to see results. So if you did find this video useful, please do subscribe. Got a Discord down below in my description. But before then, I'll see you in the next video.